Hi guys, welcome back again to another cooking tutorial. In today's video I'm going to show you guys how I make Liberian chuck rice. This is my own way. This is not your grandma's recipe, not your mama's recipe, not your auntie's recipe, not your sister's recipe. This is Senso's Kitchen recipe. And if you like this video, don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to hit the follow button, don't forget to comment, like, share to all your people. Okay, let's start this video. So as you guys can see, my oil is already warm. I'm about to try, and you can see it's warm already. So now I'm about to put all my sliced tomato, onions, and bell pepper inside. It was really windy, so, and I'm going to stir it up a little bit. Don't mind that, that's my son doing that. He's sleeping. Just stir it up, leave it to cook for a minute, like for like 3-5 minutes, because we want those onions to be cooked and the tomato to be well done cooked. So I'm putting in my tomato paste so it can just cook all together. It can all fried up together and cook, because sometimes if you put it late, it's gonna make your stew sour a little bit. So you gotta let it cook first with the onions. Some people put the tomato paste inside and then fry it up a little bit before putting that. I do this my way. And I'm putting my bay leaves inside. This is for the aroma, for the smell, for it to smell really, really good. And I know I was killing my neighbors because I was cooking outside and they were smelling this. And I add a little bit more tomato paste, stir it up like that. Did you guys see how it's looking? Looking like it's about to burn, but no, it's not. So now I'm just gonna mix it again. The onions still not cooked. This was about like 3 and 5 minutes. So now I'm gonna pour in my blend, pepper, onions, tomato inside, and I just mix it all together and let it cook again. You guys see how it's looking? I know not everybody likes cook it this way, but this is my own way. And I know people gonna talk about, oh, there's too much oil. Please, when you cooking yours, you don't need to put that much oil, okay? This is my own way. Thank you. And now I'm going to put all my seasonings inside. And you can do the same thing too. You can put all your seasoning inside now so it can all cook together, so you will not forget to either. So now I'm putting my shrimp inside. You know, shrimp don't take that long to cook, so I'm putting my shrimp inside for it to cook with it. You guys see how it's looking? Again, if you don't want that much oil, you don't need to put that much oil. I prefer it this way, okay? You can drain the oil after. That's what some people don't know, that, okay, if I see that it's too much oil, I can always drain it out. Yeah, you can always do that. If you don't know that you can do that, you can do that. Now I'm just mixing. It's almost getting ready to be done, but we're still gonna let it cook. Now we're about to put in my chicken stock inside. Yes, I put all of that chicken stock. And if you don't have that, you can buy it from the store. This was my own homemade chicken stock, which I use with the same chicken I'm about to use to put in the pots. I was skeptical to see if I want to put all of that stock inside, but I did end up putting all of it inside. And now I'm putting all my meats, my chicken inside, and it was too much chicken inside, but I did not care, because guess what? I was worried I was too much chicken, but guess what? It was done. Those chicken was so seasoning good, to the point that when people was eating it, when my husband was eating it, he was eating more of the chicken than the rice. So I did not regret after all. You guys see how it's looking? Oh my god, I'm definitely going to cook this again. And you see, I add again the rest of the chicken stock inside and just mix together. And we're now going to put it on a low heat and let it just cook for like 10-15 minutes, and we'll be done. We'll be done. So now we are going to blend in the jute sleeve, aka crane. We're going to blend the inside of this blender, because since I have a little bit of pepper in there, I'm just going to blend the inside of it like that. My rice was already cooked. It was already cooked, so I was not worried about my rice being cooked. So now we are going to pour this inside of this pot and go cook it for like a minute. Not a minute. When I mean a minute, not like 1 minute now. We're going to go cook it, let it cook a little bit, and then take it out. But I'm going to show you guys. This is all the video in one. So if you have a wicks like this, you can use it to be doing that, because sometimes the jute sleeve be overflowing from the pots, so you gotta be using the whisk to be whisking it like that. And you cannot have the fire on a high heat, because again, when it cook, it overflow, so you don't want it to overflow over your stove. So this is how I cook it. And if you do not see the foam on top of the jute sleeve, that means it's done cooking. So now I am dishing. It's done. Everything is done. This is how it looks. This is how it came out. I loved it. This was my first time making it. And girl, when I tell you, this food did not even last us not even 3 days. That whole pot of food, it did not last us even 3 freaking days. It was done. And yeah, I keep adding some juice leaf on the rice to get my consistency, to get the way I would like it. And I end up getting it. So you can be putting as you goes to see how much of the jute sleeve you want inside of your rice, just like how I'm doing. And you got this. Voila. Thank you guys so much. If you enjoyed watching this video, don't forget to comment, don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to like, don't forget to share my video to all your people. Until later, bye bye.